So it turns out Lobo does have a pretty important role to play in the upcoming Supergirl film. We previously heard from insiders that his role was going to be about 4 to 5 minutes long, just a small little cameo. It turns out this is not true at all. The source of this is Scoopy McDoopy himself, James Gunn. So I'm going to guess people are going to say he's wrong, right? Because, like, he's not grifting for a scoop. Like, legit, I saw people ask him for what the source was. Because these people are dumb. Nothing makes me angrier than the dude who's literally working on these, who's the man in charge of the universe, and when he is talking about elements of the film that he's working on being true, when you have people that follow their favorite grifter scooper questioning the legitimacy of the official news released by the man working on the film. Next level stupid is at an all-time high, because James Gunn was providing an update on Supergirl, and the outlets specifically want to know what's going on with the film and whether or not he could provide any details on Lobo's role. And he specifically talked a little bit about Craig Gillespie, the director, saying that he's a joy to work with, that he's really excited about the project, what they've done so far, what they're going to do, and the film that they're making. And that the cast of the film is truly special, and they believe they got something good in their hands. And then when asked about how they're using Lobo and why, because he's not a major player with Supergirl or the comic, he says that if you look at the comics, you realize that the comic that they're basing it on is a bunch of smaller little stories that are told in this bigger world and the concept. And he says that they needed Lobo because what he does is he adds and creates a through line on all 3 acts of the film. And that he's the connective piece between the 3 acts and how all these smaller little stories from the comics connect to the 3-act structure of Supergirl, with him being involved with each one. So he just confirmed that Lobo is going to be more important than a 2, 3, 4 minute cameo like we were led to believe. And it's honestly great to hear that he's sort of like a side character that's going to connect some of these pieces, because if you read the Supergirl comic, you can kind of understand how they can take elements and use those. But again, trying to tell the story in a 2-hour film might be a little disjointed. So adding Lobo as a through line that takes us through some of this world and through the characters and connects to Supergirl in an interesting way makes sense if you just think about the comic that they're using as a foundation for this film. And I'm quite hyped. Like, I genuinely like Lobo in the comics. And as long as Jason Momoa can unapologetically be Momoa, I think we are in for a treat, because adding Lobo to that comic is going to add some good, needed comedy and, honestly, personality. And I'm excited to see how he connects everything. Thank you for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will. And if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching, and have a good one.